Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Nüvida Let's Talk. What's up everyone? Welcome to episode 11 of Nüvida Let's Talk. Today we have Rak STR and IG STR. Do you guys want to, introduce yourself for the people who don't really know you?
What's up? I'm Rak STR.
What's happening, guys? I'm IG STR coming at you live. We're about to get it in. Let's go.
All right, boys. So let's just start off with what's STR for like our audience.
Whoa, let's just these guys. Let's just introduce them a little more, bro. These are like rappers from London, producers, businessmen, entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Let's give them that full that roundabout.
Full intro, yeah.
It's not just that. But yes, go ahead, Coca.
We'll dive in a little more. So as Ricardo had said, these are rappers, producers, athletes, businessmen. Guys here trying to do something for the city. So let's start off, Rak, if you want to kind of take the lead on that.
I'm a rapper from London, Ontario. I represent Palm Mills. That's where I'm coming from. 786. And we started making clothes too. Before I started rapping. So that's what kind of lead me into rapping with my bro IG. I'll let him introduce himself a little more.
IG STR. Started rapping back in 2017. Me and Rag met from playing ball back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Playing AAU, OBA. Ever since around 2017, we've been clicked up, making music, making clothes, and just trying to make a big impact on our community ever since. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what is STR? What kind of brought you guys together? Like in collab or?
No, we was bros before STR. We been hooping and playing sports against each other long before.
Yeah.
So
So that inner city competition in London?
Yeah, well, I was playing outside the city. I was from Chatham, Kent.
Yeah.
And then he was playing in London. So then, you know what I'm saying? And then I started playing for a team out in London too. So our teams were playing against each other.
True.
For soccer and shit. So that's all
Oh, my bad, I chose. But how long you been playing ball for?
Since I was really young, probably since I was grade 3 probably, grade 3, 4.
Was that your main sport then? Growing up?
Basketball and soccer were the main ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the main ones for me.
That's dope.
Yeah.
In fact, what to say? So I've known you kind of for a long time. For a minute. I've seen you around and stuff like that. You've always kind of been you've always been an entrepreneur to me. You've always been someone who's always been hustling and stuff like that. Where does that drive come from? Is that just is that family member? Is that in your DNA? Where does that come from?
To be honest, just always wanted better and just wanted to be a trendsetter. And just that's the mindset. Seeing where there's gaps, where no one's really doing, and attack it. Yeah. Make a name for myself in my own way. I always loved my own style and shit, so that's how I incorporated my own clothing and stuff. Just want to see people wear it and style it, how I style it, and different styles. I didn't think people could style it.
Yeah, and I remember I was watching a podcast and you were saying how you started off with the clothes, you weren't even a rapper, right? So how did that transition, I guess?
Meeting my bro IG and just being in the studio with him all the time. Yeah, and then one time I was actually in the studio with them and I was and we were just chilling, smoking. I'm let me hop on the mic, let me do something stupid,
Yeah.
And that's how I came up with Stack It Up and Flip It Again, and then shot a video, just kept going with that like that.
Yeah.
What song did you fall in love with most that you've made so far?
Well, that's a good question, actually.
And is it produced by him? Is another one?
It's a good question. Maybe Notice Me, or my bad, I'm sweating buckets.
No, it's all good, fam. It's hard in here.
It's my tooth. I have a tooth issue right now, everyone. But Notice Me or Acting Up. Yeah, for sure.
And so, for you, I want to throw the ball to you a little bit. But when you're producing, how'd you start doing that? And who's one of your favorite producers, or what beat packs are you using?
Well, I started producing just from like kind of like from when I started rapping. I had an engineer who I was working with, and then when I moved out of Windsor, I had to like kind of learn how to do it myself. So like I was kind of learning how to engineer myself, and that's kind of how I started like going down like the rabbit hole of like learning how to make beats and stuff as I went with like being an artist. And then some of my favorite producers like Metro Boomin, throwing it back like Dr. Dre. He's a big inspiration like growing up. Shit like Scott Storch, Timberland.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like the pioneers of the people who like really like got the shit going. And like yeah. On top of that, like a lot of other like genres of music too, like not really just hip hop. Like I used to listen to like rock growing up and shit, like getting a lot of influence from different places, you know? That's kinda how that's how it came about.
I know you went to school for like producing as well, right? Like oh no, eh?
No.
I went for ball.
Yeah. I went to school
Oh, just for ball.
Yeah. I went to school for ball in 2017.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
After college, or after high school. But after that I just moved out here and I was just shit, I just ran up a studio in the end.
So you learned on your own then?
Tell them where it was.
Yeah, I just learned on my own. I just started in a cardboard box in my mom's garage.
You're lying. Like
That's dope.
Swear.
So you had the drive to do it then, right? It was like you kind of like you obviously have to have the type of passion because like if you have nothing right to start and you still do it, there's something like clicking there.
Yeah, well, it was Plan B. Like I had my desire. My first desire was sports. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that happens with like a lot of people. You have your first thing that you go for, and if it doesn't work out, you got your second one. And my second one was always been music. So as soon as I realized that sports wasn't about to go to that level, cut left and just went head first into music. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's kind of like this is gonna work.
How did you start? Like, did you start just randomly like releasing tracks or just releasing beats or how did you start that?
Started like a little bit in high school. Like I was kind of messing around and making like 1-2 track here and there, but it wasn't too serious. And once I got into college, I met my broski Zovi, and he got me into a professional studio. And then that's when I started like I was like, okay, like I can actually work on a sound out here in Windsor and like kind of trying to like push on, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of how it started up though.
That's sick.
Like yeah, we started getting more serious like 2017.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 2017, that's when you came here, and that's when you guys linked up?
2017.
Yeah, we were already playing ball.
Yeah.
But we linked up for music. Yeah, we wanted to do a video.
Yeah, your videos go mad, yo.
No, it was for his first video.
First one,
And
crazy.
and he wanted me to produce like, wanted me to provide the clothing, like my clothing for it. I said, yeah, yo, let's get it jumping. So he got the video guy ready. He came through the weekend. I had all the bare new clothes, jackets, all that. And then a bunch of my friends and his friends, we all ganged up and then we all shot the video.
Mm-hmm.
Shot the video went crazy. We were going to house parties. They were asking to perform. Yo, it was
Hey.
crazy.
Yeah, we started going on.
And that's one thing that made me want to do it too. Like,
Yeah.
I see my bro getting all this hype and stuff, and I'm the hype man for him. You know, like anywhere we go to, any party, like I'm just right there jumping with him, like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I'm pushing him, like.
What track was that?
Yeah, times 4.
Yeah, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It has like 20, 30K on YouTube. It's
Say
crazy.
word.
Yeah.
And at
So
the time-
that's when you felt it. You're like, yo, like I'm doing something right.
Yeah, that was the first time I was like, okay, like, here we go. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
I don't know. Got some momentum going with
Yeah.
the music.
And kind of, what are you guys doing now to kind of like keep the momentum going, right? Like, I'm assuming you guys are gonna keep making tracks, dropping videos and stuff like that. But like, give me like a 6-month plan, I guess, from here.
Clothing, go buy the clothing.
Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah.
just kidding. Drop like collection after collection, new pieces, all that stuff. All that IG talk about that too.
Yeah. So like, it's spread out between music and fashion, so we kind of have 2 different ways we can attack it. So like, if we have 6 months, maybe we'll do 3 months focus on clothes, hype that up, and then maybe 3 on music, or maybe like, it kind of depends on the season and how things are going, you know? Like, kind of go with the flow of
But
it.
we're always working on music though.
Yeah, like, it's never like, it's not necessarily one thing or another, but we have our focus of getting the Sato Rich brand and the clothing to as many people as possible, and getting our music heard by as many people who can relate as possible.
Yeah, I think now let's ask, yo, what is SadTillRich? Like, how did that happen? Who created it, and why is it called SadTillRich?
To be honest, I created the name, and just because, you just like, that's something like I love to do, create. So the name was like, came up just in class, drawing logos, and our first logo was like 2 eyes, sad face over the T.
I remember that.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
I was just drawing in class, came home, asked my boy, like, yo, is this hard? Noah. And then he's like, yeah, it's hard. But that was, like, I showed him a bunch, and then he's like, oh, that's the one. Like, that's hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And then I just ran with it. And then everyone just was like, yo, that's a sick name. So I'm like, okay. But it took me a while to come up with that. It wasn't the first one. Like, I was like, I need to think of a name. Probably a couple weeks. So, yeah. Was the first, probably 10 logos I drew. And then the last, like, 8 logos.
Yeah, that's sick. And what I love is too is like the website, right? Isn't it like the tourist or something? Like, what's your website where you buy your merchandise?
www.SadTillRich.com.
Oh, SadTillRich.com.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's the main website now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's sick. Make sure you look at the merch and stuff. But like, it's sick how you guys are hybriding like the music and the merchandise. You know what I mean? And like you said, you're going 50-50 at it. So that's dope. Have you seen anything like that, bro?
Yeah, like I've seen it with couple, but like what I like is like they're supporting their brand by like doing music in a way, right? So like music is like you're kind of like putting yourself out there, like trying to entertain or like even just be a part of the spotlight. And then kind of when you're in there, what you notice is when rappers are like out doing their stuff, it's like they'll be repping Gucci, they'll be repping this, and then now everybody wants to rep Gucci, everybody wants to rep that. So like if you guys do it the backwards where you're all repping your stuff, I can see that like now people are gonna be like, okay, I want that Sato Rich. So then now like you're that Gucci clothing on yourself in a way. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
like
for sure.
it's a crazy attack plan, I think.
So are you two the only ones who are running like the operations of the business, like
Yeah.
the merchandise?
Yes.
That's dope. And you guys just did you guys have any like schooling for that, or just kind of learned on your own on how to run it?
No, before we had a record label as well. We had Mo and D Prince on it.
Oh yeah, you did.
But we took out the record label because like didn't make sense at the moment. So we told everyone like we're all independent artists. Me and IG are independent artists. We just have STR at the end of the name, just keep pushing our brand.
Okay.
But the clothing is like it's a separate brand from our music, but just like you said, it's all circle. It's gonna go around, affect people the same way. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, we pushed that out because we want to push the clothing more in their face
Yeah.
and like make people fall in love with that.
Yeah.
And then kind of like we wish we could do it like an ASAP thing. Like
Yeah.
we were trying to do it like that, but like it wasn't working. That's their way. You know what I'm saying? So we had to go do it our way. And now we're just two brothers making music. Now we make clothing together, that run the business together, but we make our separate music and we collab on music too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's fun to do that with a brother you grew up with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like you're doing, like it's kind of like me and him doing this pod. It's like same thing.
Yeah.
It's like when you find like some where you guys like really like to do it together,
Mm.
you just have that extra passion where it's like doesn't really seem like work half the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it don't seem like work. It's just all fun creating, and if it don't work, it don't work. Next one, like, you know what I'm saying? We had stuff that hasn't that didn't sell, so we just give to friends, and we had stuff selling, 2 days, like crazy stuff. So it's like we just always find out what works and what doesn't work, and just keep going on that. You know what I'm saying?
Have you? What was it feel like? What was it like to sell like your first like big package? We'll say like your first 50 shirts, like.
My first big package probably was the barbecue we had to open my store in like 2016.
That was 2016.
Back at what's it called, downtown United Cuts,
United
if I
Cuts.
remember.
United
Yeah, I
Shout out to
remember.
United Cuts for putting on a young brother.
Yeah,
You know,
shout
for
out.
real.
Shout out
Used to
United
cut my hair
Cuts,
there
man.
bare.
And yeah, he gave me an opportunity, and then he said I can have my store in there. I had it in there. The first day we had a barbecue because I wanted to do it big, and then we probably had like 100 people show up. It was a good turnout. and I'm pretty much sold probably like you said, like maybe like 50 items, maybe more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. A couple thousand in merchandise sold that day, so I was happy. And I was a young kid. I was just finishing high school, like I think grade 12, grade 13. You know, so I was happy. I was proud of myself.
Yo,
So.
didn't you do like a backpack drive or something too?
Yeah, I've done 2 backpack drives. Me and my brother and
Yeah,
my
you guys.
sister.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
My sister owns a company, profit free, and then like non-profit organization.
Yeah.
It called Kids Matter. So we linked up with her business, and we've done 2 backpack drives now.
Shout out Kids Matter.
Yeah, Palm Mills and then Cleveland. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah,
So what made you want to do that?
I was just giving back to my community and other communities in the city we're going to go to next, and just give to the kids, because the kids are like the next generation. So if they see some get inspired by what I'm doing and want to do that too, or get inspired in another way and want to do something else, and then do exactly what we're doing, give back to the community. If everyone's giving back, once they, you don't even have to make it, because we're still in the city. We haven't made it nowhere. But it's just about if you have the opportunity to do it. So now, you're changing people's perspective, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know, it's a lot of people, like, not profile me in a bad way, but profile me like, he's a kid from the block. He's a kid from, you know what I'm saying?
They categorize you.
Yeah, and act like we can't do nothing good
Yeah.
for our where we're from.
Yeah.
Like we're just there for no reason. But people change their perspective, obviously, from that. But I didn't do it for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm really doing it out of love for the kids, for ourselves, for like, you know what I'm saying? We're doing better because now we can actually be like, all right, we're doing stuff for our community. Like,
Yeah.
we're not just talking about doing stuff. We are doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what really matters, you know? Because a lot of people, it was a trend, but we did it like, what, like 2017?
Yeah,
Before everyone
yeah.
started posting on
5 years ago.
on Instagram
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
that
I
wasn't me. I wasn't, we don't care.
That's
to
important
post
though. They always say like the businesses start with like the why first. You know what I mean? Like for example, like other companies, like their slogan always starts with like we sell computers, we sell that. Where like Apple is like we like sell to innovate for the next like whatever. The why is always first. You know, and you guys like you said from an early years, you guys like were giving back to your community, staying true to your brand, staying true to like loyal as business partners. That's hard, bro. It's hard to do business with other people.
It is hard. Yeah,
It's tough,
Yeah,
yo.
that's what it is hard for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't agree on the idea, right? Because, like, remember, there's 2 brains, right? And you're maybe not thinking the same idea. Especially, like, I've noticed it with us. We have so many. There's, what, 6 members of us, 7? So it's, like, it's really hard because you got to collaborate with 7 other people.
Yeah.
And then you all have to come congruent to one idea, right? Because, like, he always makes a good point of it. Like, if we're not all on the same mindset, or if not everybody's on the same thought process, like, you don't really get everything done properly, right? Because then
Yeah.
one person's left off, or something that you communicated, so it's like it's being one almost in a way, right?
100%. Yeah.
And yo, I was gonna say, I know you're originally from like near Chatham, you said, right?
Yeah.
So like, how important is networking for you? And explain what networking has done for you.
Networking is real important, and honestly, like since young, going around for like sports, it's taught me that like the more people you know, like the more places you'll go. Like you don't have to necessarily be the best team to get into a tournament in Chicago. You gotta know the person who's running the tournament. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to. You know what I mean? Like it's more about who you know, and like coming from Chatham, like. And then being out here a lot, like I was driving out here for practice, so I was talking to people out here. People already kind of knew me out here, but I was in Chatham. Like I didn't really even know I was networking when I was young, but like, excuse me, I was networking and like going around, like seeing different teams, meeting different people. You know, just shaking hands, rubbing shoulders. Like it's mad important in business and just in life in general to, you know, keep your network like solid and like trust it. You know what I'm saying? And, like.
Facts. And like not being like, I guess like not being too weary to go out of your comfort zone to like talk to people, you know what I mean? And like actually like, cause what I found is like, for example, like I'm a real estate investor, right? So like I talked to like, it was tough for me. I actually went to a lot of meetups up in Chatham and I'd be by myself, going up there by myself, you know, in a meetup, and I don't know anyone around me, but like you got to go out of your comfort zone to meet people. Yeah. It's like, right? And so then that's the only way you can actually build it, especially if it's people that like are doing what you want to do. You have to like cut that learning curve. Yeah. And learn from them, right?
100%. Yeah, being coachable is like another big thing, right? Like, if you being able to learn, you know what I'm saying, learn from other people and understand that if you're not at the place you want to be, it's probably a lack of knowledge or something. Someone probably has that. You just go ask them. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? If you don't have the ego if you're thinking like, oh, I can figure it out myself, then you can just go ask somebody.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Make life easy.
You got any gems that like you may have learned from someone recently or anything they want to drop that, like maybe even how you like coming up starting this business with like Rak or like, you know, and just pushing it. How is it just how is it something that like you can kind of share with someone else?
So I'd say, like, if you're running a business with somebody else, understanding that everything isn't gonna be like on the same page, but you're gonna have to figure it out anyway, and like knowing that in the end it's gonna work out somehow. You know what I'm saying? Even if you guys fail at something, that is gonna be like you have to learn from it and just keep on going.
Yeah.
It's not about being necessarily being right. It's about progression.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like maybe this is right, maybe that's right, but it's all about like if it's a dub for both of you guys at the end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it's a dub for the company, if it's a dub for your customers, or however it is like that you're trying to push. Right?
Do you guys play like a significant like different role, like, you know what I mean, like to make the business function and run, like in the sense of like do you guys like do one of you handle some responsibilities, or you guys play everything 50-50? Like
We both attack the business like 50-50.
Yeah.
Like we don't have like a.
Like you guys are both like the visionaries, both.
Yeah, we're both on ideas. We're both looking into the books. We're both looking into everything.
That's
You know what I'm
sick,
saying? Like we both want to be on the same page with each other. Like what you guys are saying. Just makes business a whole lot easier, right? And like, we also understand that we have strengths and we each have weaknesses. So we play to those, right? Like, Rak's really good at creating design. But I might be better at like typing up a document to send out to a manufacturer.
Yeah.
And I was like, we'll just work off of that.
Fact.
You know what I mean? Or like vice versa. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how we work.
No, that's dope, bro. I mean, that's the best way to operate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, like you said, you work with your strengths and your weaknesses.
Yeah.
And that's fire, bro.
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask. I know we'll wait for Rak, but like, what's your thoughts on social media? Like, how powerful and like how necessary is that, especially running a brand or like even as a rapper?
Yeah, as a brand and as a rapper, it's like the most important thing right now is like being able to get out in front of millions of people and every day. But it's also understanding how social media plays a role on other people's mind is like, that's like more of the game than getting big on social media, I feel. Because like everybody's attention span is mad short. And like even I catch myself just scrolling sometimes, and it's like you're playing into the old trap of just sitting there scrolling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not being a producer, you're just being a consumer.
Yeah.
So like figuring out, okay, how am I gonna get on social media and be a producer, and not just consume content?
Yeah.
I feel like that's like once you figure that out, it's like, okay, like we're going, like it's up.
Yeah. Nowadays, it kind of feels like in a way like a resume too, like in the sense of like your brand. You know what I mean? Like your what you want to do. Like it really, social media is now such a powerful thing where like it's important.
It's almost like LinkedIn, right? Or
Yeah.
you can use like LinkedIn as your online resume, right?
Yeah.
But like even going back, like I remember people always saying like you can't make sure your profile, you don't have anything that like you don't want nobody to see, right? So like I don't know, you know how some people flash guns and stuff, right? It's not like the most appealing thing, I guess, for some people, or even as like when you're getting sponsors and stuff like that, right? It's not like some sponsors aren't gonna want to deal with you because like it's really cast on their image, right? It's like maybe it doesn't represent what they are, so like you making sure like you have a pretty neat profile is pretty like I think.
But nowadays, social media is so weird, bro. Like they cancel you for anything. Like it's just it's you know, it's a different play now.
Yeah.
It's getting very weird, bro.
Mhm.
You know, like you can say some normal shit and like you get banned. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Social media is different. Yeah. What's your thoughts, I guess, on like the crypto or NFT with music, like that relationship? Because I know like Tory Lanez dropped a couple like tracks or albums as NFTs. Like are you guys thinking about that or?
Yeah, I've been looking into the crypto and like NFT space for the past couple years, and I think it's gonna be like a real big thing for sure. Like that's like what you said, Tory Lanez and his NFTs, and it's definitely it's gonna be a big thing in the future. Like using blockchain to promote your music and to get people to see you, right? And it's gonna be a new way to stream and distribute music. Like what I've seen. So like we've looked into it, and like we definitely are. Like we're on track with that for sure.
That's dope. That's sick.
Yeah,
Definitely
just
into
to fill
that.
you in, Rak, we were just asking IG about like what his thoughts on like so Tory Lanez, you know how he released his album as an NFT? And
Yeah.
like they're doing that like whole blockchain thing. What's your thoughts on that?
I thought that was dope. And then my sister's boyfriend bought one, and
Jeez.
and like I personally seen like the value. I was like, damn, that's dope. Like, yeah.
Did he sell it right away or?
No, he held it for that.
Oh shit. Yeah. I know some people are just in and out in the crypto game, bro.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Boom, boom. Quick buck and then you're gone.
I know a lot of people
Oh,
are
yeah.
wishing they did that now. They're in and out.
Oh,
because
fuck yeah, bro.
That market crashed.
Yeah,
You got murked by the
I
market?
felt it.
Yeah, trust, bro.
I felt it too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you gotta buy when your blood's in the street too. So that's
Yeah.
how you do it. Like you live and learn, right? Like go through one cycle, and now it's even better discount. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
but
straight up.
you know, not investment advice. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Did you guys like learn much about like that going back? Like even like not you guys weren't in school that long ago, right? So what 2017 we'll say?
Yeah,
Do you guys feel like
2016,
because this is one thing we were always trying to figure out before, like the financial literacy thing. Do you guys feel like you guys were given good financial knowledge before leaving school?
Absolutely not.
No.
None.
No, yeah.
We
They
didn't
didn't
learn
teach me anything.
taxes.
It's all off like the grain of where I'm from and what I watched and learned by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm in the same boat. Like, not at school and not at home that I learned about finances. So like, if your parents aren't teaching you how to get money,
Yeah.
and your teachers aren't teaching how to get money, you're not gonna really know shit about money when you get into the real world. Even if you do get a college degree and you get a job, you ain't gonna know gonna know about money.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
100%. Like my parents came here as refugees, right? So like when they came like here, the first thing they acquired was debt, right?
Yeah.
So like they lived off debt, and that was their norm. So what is that like done? That taught me that like, oh, like that is normal, right?
Yeah.
But like you said, like if you're not learning, you're definitely not learning at school. But if you're not learning from your parents, and it's not even your parents' fault. Like, you know what I mean? Like some parents like
Yeah.
haven't been taught from their parents, right? And stuff like that. So like it could be a generational curse, bro. Like financial, how to hold your money, how to be responsible for your money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And it's hard to break through that. You gotta definitely question and YouTube, you know, and do
Yeah.
a bunch of like research. Like, yo, like what the fuck? Like why am I not like holding it? You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, it's interesting, bro.
Yeah.
Do you guys still like now that you guys are rapping? I know like that actually does take some cardio, especially when you're performing.
Yeah.
You guys like how you guys keeping fit? Like, or are you guys still playing sports? Like,
We
how
play
do you-
ball sometimes.
Yeah?
Pick up games with each other and stuff like that. Of course, push-ups and sit-ups, but like nothing crazy right
No?
now. Not for me.
I'm
For him,
I'm
different.
banging weights still. I'm in the gym.
That's good. Like, do you
Crazy.
find
It definitely like it must like calm you down, I guess, or
Yeah, it's therapy still.
Yeah.
It's one way to get energy out that don't need to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you find it like even too? Cause like that's one thing our brand is really based on, and like really what we're pushing is trying to live like an active lifestyle, right? Like as you said, like you don't really have to be out in this, like you don't have to be running ball every day, but like maybe going for a walk and stuff like that. It's like that's kind of like more the mission or like the message that everybody should listen to. So
Yeah.
because like if it's one thing I learned in university, bro, it was like this one doctor. His name was Dr. Bob Ross, and he taught us that physical activity reduces your chances of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, even Alzheimer's, cancer,
Yeah.
everything. You know, like if it was like physical activity is like the ultimate medicine for everything, right?
Yeah.
And like once that was ingrained in us, like like Oka said, like Nüvida health and wellness, like we kind of focus on like like the physical aspect. Like if you keep up with that, you can keep up with anything else, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm sure like you played ball and stuff, so you obviously know like you kept that throughout the whole process, or like has it been times you've been off and on?
Bro, there was a time that from the time I stopped playing basketball to like probably like mid 2020, I didn't do anything. Like I just was like fuck working out. I don't have to do this. I've been working out like my whole life, and it just fucked me up. To be honest, like I got fat as fuck, and then I had to fucking lose weight. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't fucking run around my block anymore, fam.
Yeah.
And, like I'm used to playing full basketball games. I'm like, bro, this is fuck. Like
I think that's what it hits you.
Like that, fam. Like,
That's what it hits you when you can't run a fucking game. When you can't run a football game, that's when you're like, yo, fuck.
Yeah, literally, man. Right? You're the only one huffing and puffing and wheezing, and everybody's just going back and forth like it's nothing.
Yeah, like that shit hit me, and I was like, life is a little better when you can at least move, and your heart is, you know, you're feeling all right.
At the end of the day, we're made to move too, right? Like why are we able to have so much range of motion? Like, why do we sweat? Why are we able to like our physiological like adapt to us moving? Because we're made to move. Yeah. So like when we're not moving, we're not our optimal self, right? Like, yeah. We're fucking about to run a marathon in London, huh?
Yeah.
A man like Coca and I, half marathon. 21.5 kilometers, bro. It's been tough.
Holla at me when you do it. I might have to come join you guys still.
Yeah, bro. 100%.
Literally, we're signing up people too. Like, there's another promo for like our marathon team. We're like we're running as a team. We're not just running just us two. We actually have, I think we're looking at around 7 or 9 members, somewhere like that ballpark, right? So it's like we actually have a full Nüvida team running. So like,
and like we have like for example like 3 sponsor options if you want to like put your logo on our shirts. So if you guys want to get some SadTillRich on our running shirts, bro, like we can talk about that. But yeah, like at the end of the day, like we're doing it for the Heart and Stroke Foundation. So it's like we're raising for a cause, you know what I mean? Because like we're about physical health activity, and you know, so yeah, bro, like fuck, we're gonna definitely holler at you guys.
Sign me up, y'all gonna see SadTillRich there, you know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout.
Yeah, bro, no, that'd be hype, man. That's exciting.
Even too, my bad, cut you off, but like when you guys do that like backpack drive, click up with us. Honestly, like I want to be a part of that, or just kind of I'd like to see it. That's pretty dope.
That's
for
dope.
sure.
We can make a movie out of that. So
that's dope. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
100%. We'll type in with you guys.
Yeah. Sure. All right, yo. Yeah, I guess we could conclude the episode there. Do you guys have any like other things you guys want to promote or shout out?
Yeah, tracks, anything? Collection drops, you know.
Oh, for sure, we got
new
collection drop with hats and sweaters. What he's wearing. But we got new project coming on the way. Me and IG together, just me and him. With we're gonna have a few other artists on there as well.
We got a name for it yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
All right, we're definitely gonna add the links to all your shit. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Make sure you guys go follow us. My Instagram is prod IG STR. Follow me on YouTube at IG STR. Same thing for Spotify. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same with me. Everything's Rak STR. Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, everything. And go follow the clothing brand Sato Rich. You need all the support, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't buy nothing, you can't buy nothing, go follow, support, like our, you know what I'm saying? We give giveaways all the time, so yeah.
Sato Rich _ lifestyle on Instagram.
We support everyone,
all
especially all the upcoming clothing brands too in London. Like we support everyone. There's no competition because everyone's in their own lane, so
yeah,
bare money to get, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Too much money to like competition with another person. Maybe work together type stuff, you know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
Maybe we'll drop a collab, you know, when we be the STR collab. You
for
know,
sure.
Yeah, we'll make some work. We'll make some work.
We're doing a live collabs this year, so yeah, you guys get on the first one.
All right, say less, brother.
All right, guys.
All right, easy, guys.